How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. You're truly playing some more Monster Hunter Generations, and today we have ourselves Rathian. Now, the Rathian is a huge staple to the Monster Hunter series. It's been in the game, it's been in every single Monster Hunter game to date. It and its lover, I guess you could say, the Rathalos, they are a couple, if you will, and they always come to each other's aid if they're in the same area, or if they're in the same hunt, and one's over here, the other's over there, one's getting beaten up, the other one coming to save it. I mean, it's just a thing. Regardless, though, this is the first true Wyvern you guys will fight. Now, I say this because a lot of people get Wyverns and Dragons mixed up, and the Rathian looks like a dragon, and there you have it. But regardless, let's talk about a couple of things first real quick. Now, the Rathian is a fire-breathing Wyvern. Granted, it is, like I said, it is a true Wyvern. So normally, like real flying Wyverns, they have the weakness of either thunder or dragon. For the most part, thunder is a very common weakness shared among Wyverns, unless there's particular instances that, you know, completely throw out the window, like Astalos' case. I mean, he himself is thunder. But anyway, the weakness for the Rathian is either thunder or dragon. You can pick either or, it doesn't really matter. They're both very good. The dragon is actually stronger than that of the thunder, but it's up to you as to which one you choose to exploit. Now, with that being said, I hope you actually went and made you guys some Kezu, excuse me, brain fart. Kezu weapons, because the Kezu weapons, they're early thunder weapons. I am actually using a Kezu gun lance right here. I will say first and foremost that this is probably the worst hunt I've ever done in my life. This is terrible. This is a huge, you know, example of don't try to do things you're really not supposed to do. In my case, I try to mount this thing every single waking second of my life, and I thought about it. Yeah, aerial gun lance is a thing. Yes, you can get mounts and whatnot, but truth be told, the gun lance itself is not a weapon used for, you know, like fighting this way. I mean, you can do it, but it really didn't work all that well. I mean, especially with the way in which they kind of cut back on some of the things that the gun lance itself can do, in terms of what the other ones could do. It's not that good. Regardless, though, you can still use aerial if you're not using gun lance. If you're using gun lance, just stick to, you know, your guns and just use like guild or something like that. It's gonna work so much better for you. But if you do want to use aerial, I totally recommend it. I recommend using aerial with that of longsword and maybe even greatsword as well. Bushido is is another really good style you can actually use in here. It's kind of 50-50, totally 50-50 between aerial and Bushido. But granted, since this monster has not changed since its inception, for the most part, you can also get away with using guild very easily as well. Well, I kind of skipped over a bunch of stuff. Anyway, this monster's armor is actually pretty decent. If you are looking for fire resistance, because pretty soon, I mean, like maybe the next HR or so, is when you'll actually get into the volcano and you run into a lot of monsters who can actually either spit the hot fire, or, you know, the fact that you're in a volcano, you kind of need a little bit of fire resistance, because there's a lot of monsters in there that do fire related things. It has decent fire resistance. The defense is pretty nice as well, but its skills are health and recovery level. So recovery level is a skill that we already seen before. It's the same skill in which you would take a potion and it would actually heal more than what a standard potion would. Pretty much the whole herb is a potion, potion's a mega potion is a little bit, and then some. It also has recovery speed down. So I mean, if you can, you know, work through that, it's not bad. The armor is actually pretty good. And its weapons are pretty grand as well, because their weapons, for the most part, are either poison or they lead into that of Rathalos weapons. So if you are trying to get you some good Rathalos weapons, you might also need to visit the Rathian to get a couple of parts. It's just kind of how some of the things with these two monsters work, since they, like I said before, they are a couple. And not only are they a couple in the sense of, like, you know, they hunt together, but some of their equipment is actually dubbed up together as well. So for those of you who are huge fans of the Monster Hunter series, you know which longsword I'm talking about that requires you to use a few of both. And the dual blades, if you want to use the dual blades, Brother Flames I think it's called, it requires you to use a little bit of both as well. So, you know, that's that. But yo, other than that, like, it is a staple monster. If you played Monster Hunter before in any, I guess, real capacity, by real capacity I mean you played you some Monster Hunter, you know what this Rathian is about. It's been the same Rathian since the jump. I don't think it's really changed at all. It does have a fireball, It has a straight fireball. It will shoot that at any given time. It will also like fly and shoot the fireball. It also has a series of fireball attacks where it will shoot 3, one to the left, one to the right, one in the center. I believe it also still has the big fireball attack where it takes 2 steps back and then shoots a big, fireball at the ground. Not really a fireball, I guess you could say. It just like makes fire appear on the ground. That's what it looks like, honestly. It's an area of effect kind of deal. It can also charge. It loves to charge. It loves to charge. So, I mean, watch out for that. The charge does quite a bit of damage as well, which is strange, I guess you could say. Here I am waving to find out where the heck it flew off to, because I didn't paintball it. If you see the airship and you wave at it, it'll let you know where on your map the monster is, in case you guys didn't know that. But, other than that, that's pretty much really it for the Rathian. I know you guys were probably thinking of that there was going to be a lot more to this. It really isn't. I mean, the Rathian, this is a long video because I was messing up. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was messing up in this video. This video sucks. The hunt sucks. But I promise the next couple hunts are gonna be good as well. But, again, like I said, that's all the information I have for you guys. Just take it easy when you fight it. Punish it. I mean, like, I'm guessing at least if you got this far, you're relatively skilled. You know a little bit more than you probably did when you first started. But here, guys, real talk, is where the difficulty turns up. If you didn't think it was difficult before, this is when it's going to start tasting a little bit tough. Alright? Monsters, like, there's 3 monsters. 4 monsters. 4 monsters. 5 monsters? 5 monsters. There's 5 monsters in this HR that are probably going to give you the whammy. This is the first. You have Shogun, which is another one. Blagonga is another one. I mean, it gets pretty rough. All right, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It gets pretty rough from here on out. But I have faith in you. Trust your instincts. Put your best foot forward. Use your best equipment. Listen to me when I tell you what the weaknesses are and some of its patterns and whatnots, and you should be okay. Also, forgot to mention this monster can maul you. If you ever see it try to attack you with its toes, block it, run away, whatever, because if you get hit with it, it'll try to maul you. Also, it has a tail flip that does poison. It can do that tail flip up to 3 times in the air in one given instance. Okay, watch out for it. It's very, very strong. Probably its strongest single striking attack. With that being said, that's all the information I have for you guys today. It's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. And as always, may the Desire Sensor forever be in your favor.